Kristina Nikols with Brian Friedman, choreographer. Brian, what was it like working with Sasha and Jordan? It seemed like Jordan grew a lot this week.
It was incredible. I was really happy when I saw that I got the two of them. I've watched Sasha on the show and outside in the real entertainment business world, and I've always loved her. And I watched the auditions, and I fell in love with Jordan, so them together, I knew it was going to be good for me. I got in the studio, and sometimes you just have that magical moment. And when I played the song for them, they were in love with it, and they did their first look to each other, and Sasha started crying because of how in it Jordan was, and she just looked in her eyes, and she's like, oh God, I can't look at her. She's going to keep doing this to me. And it was one of those moments where you're like, this is just going to work. And
it's just magical from the moment you all met and heard the music.
It worked. We finished in our first rehearsal, which is an hour and a half, and it's really rare to finish the choreography so quickly, but it worked, and it was the easiest rehearsal process I've ever had on this show, and so many years of doing it too. It says a lot about these juniors, and I know that it was the same way for all the choreographers this week. It was just a really enjoyable process.
Wow, that's amazing. So they're actually picking up the dances quicker than the adults.
Yeah, somewhat. I think it has to do with the fact that they are open. You know, sometimes teenagers and young adults, you have a lot going on in your life that can sort of take your brain away from the room and being present. And these kids don't have the same sort of struggles, all of them. So I think that they're able to just throw themselves into it, and their bodies don't hurt. Like, our bodies hurt at our age a little bit more, and they're not coping with massive injuries. And that there's no wood anywhere. Knock on wood, I don't know. Knock on wood, I just hope that they don't get injuries throughout this process. And I know it can be really demanding on your body, this show. So I hope that they can keep this rhythm up the whole season.
Well, do you know, are they going to keep the usual amount of dance for them as well, or are they going to limit how much dancing is happening?
It's going to be changing from week to week. I know that this format that you saw tonight, it's not going to be the same all the time. Whether it's solos or junior groups or all-star groups or duets with older and younger or younger and younger, it's always going to be changing up. But I think they are going to have to learn this much content. There's going to be at least 4 like they did tonight.
Well, so far they're holding up, even better than the adults. Yeah. So sounds like they'll be okay.
Watch out for these kids. They're coming for us.